so there's one actually project in particular that looks like it's coming out really soon that I wanted to talk to you about because it seems like it's a very special project for you.
Yeah.
Called Let Me In Too.
Correct.
Which by the time this premieres, it'll have been out for a little while.
Okay.
But it looks like, because I've been seeing a lot of promotion for it, and that it just looks like a very, again, a very unique thing. Is it very different from anything you've done before?
It is. Within this movie, we were lucky enough that the first one did so well, so they gave us a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's based on because Shay Seitz and I, a lot of people confuse us. She was a 90s to early 2000s porn star, came back in, and when she came to the convention, everyone was calling her Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
And I just saw her and thought she was this beautiful, tall woman, and we looked similar. And from there, literally, her publicist was talking to both of us and was talking to me, her publicist, about what to do. And she was like, hey, I'm over here. That's not.
Yeah.
So they gave us this movie and so forth. And it did so well. We did the second one. So we had 2 sex scenes in Let Me In Too. And I wanted to give the fans a surprise. I wanted to do something really big that I've never done before. And that was to have, first of all, 5 of us in the scene, but also to have 3 black men. It was just what I wanted to do. And it was the perfect time to do that. And it's just a really special project for both of us.
Mm-hmm. And is this one of those examples of something quality over quantity?
Yes.
Like it was a project. Like who?
Yes.
Well, so for the first, so was it? Did Shay approach you, or was it your publicist or was it the creative team that thought of
for the movie?
Yeah, for the original film.
Well, when our friendship was way back in the day, 4 or 5 years ago. Our friendship was just budding, and I was like, we look so much alike. We should do a movie together. And I honestly, for like the first year, I couldn't get a read from her. She was like, yeah, let's see, maybe whatever. And then I think as the year went on and more people started confusing us, it was like, she was like, okay, I'm in. And it became our baby almost. And so we went around to some different companies, and a few were interested, several were not, but we liked the direction that Bree Mills with Adult Time had. And so that's the direction we went.
Yeah. Okay. And did you help develop like the story?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were involved in some of the creative process too.
Correct. When we did the Let Me In Too, I could tell that Bree really wanted this to be more of a lesbian movie, so to speak. She wanted us to create an army and let this army go out, and maybe she'll continue it on in a different way.
Yeah.
But we really wanted to have like a bang that would be good for Shay and I have done scenes, but not done a lot together. And we wanted to have one together. And then I wanted to have another one that had meaning to me.
Okay. And it wasn't like, did you find, because had you done much creative, like writing or anything, like, do you find yourself wanting to maybe do some of that more, or is this just kind of a special one-off?
Well, of course I would love to, but I think that ChatGPT is like, I think a lot of scripts now are being written by AI.
And I know they can. That doesn't mean people can't.
Right. But maybe taking the idea and putting it in there to perfect it, possibly. I do always get a lot of ideas and I write them down. And so, I don't know, maybe we'll see if they can get them out.
So I was going to ask, are there any types of movies or scenes that you have never done that you'd really like to do?
I would love I love doing the creepy, the horror. I love that aspect. But I really would like to do some sort of comedy.
Okay.
Not that I'm saying I'm super funny. I do think that I might be one of the funniest in my household. Not that that matters in the real world. But, I give some zingers once in a while, and I would love to be in some sort of...
Like a sex comedy type.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it would be amazing.
Well, and I mean, obviously there's so many, say Hollywood films you could draw from for inspiration.
Sure.
So, like, I don't know if you ever saw the movie, What About Bob? With Bill Murray and Richard Dreyfuss. It was an early 90s film.
I remember it, but I don't. Okay.
Well, it's anyway, but, other films or like Groundhog Day is another one.
I love Groundhog Day.
Which, do a porn version of that.
I love it.
Every day, like almost make it so that every day you have to have the right combination of sex to actually break the cycle.
Right.
Of it not being Groundhog Day again.
Whoa, ho, that's a doozy.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That show.
But yeah, you can have fun with that and just playing the you don't know what's going on. It's the same. Everybody's acting the same way.
That's a great idea. I wonder if that's been done.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Just saying off the top of my head.
I think that's amazing. That's muy bien.
Movie encyclopedia in my head, because that's
Love
for me.
it.
That's my main my after huge is movies.
So when you talk to people that you're close to, do you all like recite movie lines?
I mean, I used to do that when I was younger.
Okay.
I don't do that anymore. I try to have real conversations with them. But like, for instance, if I have a friend or something who like if we love a film. Or we love like a TV series like Seinfeld or something, we'll text quotes from that or memes from it and stuff like that. But for me, it's just like that's something, because that's one thing I kind of miss that adult movies don't really do anymore. Is they used to do the not just like parodying like superhero movies and stuff,
sure,
but actually parodying real movies.
Yes.
And taking a concept of a movie and then just, putting a porn twist on it.
Well, so in our movie, the last the poster, we took the movie with Travolta and Nicolas Cage, Face Off.
Yes.
That's what we wanted for the poster.
Yeah.
And then for the movie part, we wanted to have Mr. Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
So where
he's
in the back and does that. So that's what we included for that. So there were different things that we did try to incorporate for that.
Well, and I just feel like because there's so much, like because you said horror, and the first thing I thought of was doing something like The Shining.
Yes.
And, you're going into a hotel, but instead of it being evil spirits, they're, sexually charged spirits.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Right. So that's perfect. So like when we have Let Me In 2, Shay really wants a prequel. And I don't know how we're going to do that since we're, older every year, but she would like to have a prequel to show how she became the way she is. And it does involve spirits on the beach and so forth and that type of thing. So
if you could find two younger performers that can look like you too.
Right. And then we just do a cameo. I don't think that's quite what she wants, but
no. But I'm just,
yes, totally. I understand.
But or maybe just they do a short flashback or
right.
something.
Yes.